Welcome back. It's art time class. Today, we're going to be drawing and coloring a sunset or a sunrise. Let's get started. To begin, we're going to think about a sunset or sunrise. Sunsets will have more orange in the sky. A sunrise will have more blue. But if you want to go rainbow, I'm okay with that too. When we are coloring, we're going to be doing a color gradient or color transition. I'm going to be looking for a gradual blending from one color to another. So that's when one color shifts and changes to another color in a smooth transition. We're also going to be using a ruler or line gauge. This is a device that's used in math and art to measure distance and draw straight lines. A straight line is without a bend or a curve. Here are some examples of different rulers. Rulers can be made of plastic, metal, wood, and they'll always have a line gauge with that number right there. That number gauge helps you measure the distance. I'm going to be using my green triangle ruler for our drawing today. If you would like to do a city or town, this is a little harder, but a great challenge for people who think they're already really good with rulers. An ocean is more simple since you get to do wavy lines at the bottom, and then you get to do the straight lines up at the top to help guide your sun's brightness shine out. To begin, I'm going to be doing a city or town. I'm going to first draw some horizontal lines, and I'm going to have them break apart. I might do one that's like a little distance. I might do one from here to there. And then I'm going to raise my ruler up higher, and I'm going to do some more horizontal lines. And I really want some different levels. I don't want them all to be the same. This will help it look more like buildings, the skyscrapers. After I have a few lines, I'm going to rotate my ruler and do some vertical lines. So I'm lining them up, and they're not going to be exact. That's all right. I'm just going to start by lining it up. I might just go a little bit that way. Let's see, I might come down here. When I'm holding my ruler, you'll notice my fingers are spread out. If I have my fingers all at one point on the ruler will often move. When I spread my fingers out, that helps keep my ruler from moving a lot. You'll notice that in the classroom and while I'm drawing today. So here I have a base of city line, so it's like a little block. I'm going to connect these lines. If you have a nice corner here, this 45-degree angles, that's wrong. It's a 90-degree angle. Right angles are 90 degrees. I said the wrong number. It's not 45, it's 90 degrees. See, I'll turn that up. If I have that 90-degree angle, I can line them up with that line and then just turn that like that. I really like doing that. I think that's why this might be my favorite of the rulers, because I can just line this up. Okay. So there is one layer. You want to have more than one though. So let's do some more behind it. Do some more head levels. I want the heights to be a little different. Not all buildings are the same height. Okay. Ooh, and I want some that come down, even down here. Be nice. Let's see. Let's do over here. Okay, so this is going to come down there. Yeah, let's have that go all the way down. I think that will look really cool. Let's bring this one down too. I think it looks cool when it disappears behind the layer. Put those together. I recommend at least 2 layers. Oh, let's get my straight edge here. There we go. I did 2 layers here. I think I'm gonna do 1 more layer on this one. And if there's a specific building I'm thinking of in real life, there are some buildings that don't have the 90-degree angles at the top. It might be fun to do like a special shape for one of the buildings. Let's see. Let's have that go. Yeah, like that. A few more over here. Okay. It's like I'm almost creating a puzzle right now. Let me see here. Here we go. Let's connect that and see how I picked up my pencil because this is behind that layer. All right, so it should look like I have some buildings layered on top of each other right now. If I want to get really detailed, I could add all these little boxes for windows. If we have time, go for it. Now I'm going to draw a half circle or a dome. You could also call this a semicircle. This is going to be my sun for the sunrise or sunset. Now, I think this part is pretty fun. You're going to take your ruler and you want to hold it down here on the sun. You see how I'm rotating it and turning it? Let me straighten that. See how I'm doing that? All right, so now I have to pivot. So I'm pivoting the ruler. It's going to pivot on this point right here. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to draw that straight line. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me fix it. I'm going to erase that. I think I'm going to need a longer ruler for this part. Let's use my wooden ruler. All right, so it's going to pivot. Oh, yes. All right, let's come back here to the center. We go this way. And you can have your lines as close or as far apart as you want. That is totally up to you. All right. This line in the center, I don't like it. Oh my goodness, I drew the line up and down. To erase it, I need to go perpendicular. I need to go back and forth. It's gonna help it erase even better. Get inside the groove where the pencil line went. Okay. And then, see, these don't quite line up, but that's all right. I think it's gonna look okay. Especially when I color it. Now, when I color it, there's some different ways to color, guys. Here's some examples. Here's an example that you're not gonna do. No scribble scrabble. You wanna stay inside your lines. You wanna take your time. You want to color nicely. You need to have at least one gradient. You can have gradients with like purposeful lines. You can do a gradient from a dark color to a lighter color. Let's look at another example. Let's get a little harder. You could do a gradient where it's dark to light in a specific line set. You could add Zentangle details if you want to do fish or cars. You know, it's up to you what other details you add. You could even do the zigzag line if you wanted to do zigzag lines going up. It's up to you. That would be a lot harder because you'd have to turn your ruler over and over and over again. I'll be looking for you using your rulers safely, and every time you do a straight line. Here is probably my 4th grade or 5th grade version of the activity where you add lots of purposeful Zentangles. You've got this great big gradient. Now you don't have to do gradients everywhere. You have to do it in at least one area. Okay? So when you're coloring, and you're doing a gradient, let's see, I'm going to start with red. You can press lightly. You could also press hard. But you want to be purposeful. You want to think about the reason you're going to go from a dark, pressing hard, to a lighter and lighter and lighter. Like it's not even there anymore. Super light, as light as you can get it. So that's like one type of gradient, but I really want to switch it from one color to another. So let's pick another color. Let's do blue. I think blue and red will look really nice since they make purple when you mix them. Notice I'm going up and down with the line. I'm not going back and forth. I really want to keep that movement, that direction, the same, going with all the lines. I'm going to go lighter as I come down. Lighter. Let's take a close look at this. So I'm going lighter, lighter. I can start to see a little color mixing happening. Up here, I probably want to go a little darker. Get that pure dark blue going in. Well, it's up to you how many colors you do on your gradient. If you want to do just 2 colors like this, that's totally fine with me. I just want to see you guys practicing blending some colors. I can come back and add a little bit more red. Ooh, yes. I got a little dark right there, and this is a little too light. So I'm going to come back and bring in that red a little bit more, help even out that color tone. Get that vibrancy in there, bright, bright, bright. I could even go in with like a light blue and color on top of that. If I wanted, I could come in with a purple. Add purple up here. It's totally up to you guys. You can make this as simple as you want. If you want to make it more complicated and add lots of little details, go for it. I've seen people add clouds and airplanes, hot air balloons. It's up to you guys. It's your drawing. But I'm looking for at least one gradient somewhere in here, anywhere in here. If you decide to do the ocean, I also recommend to add reflecting light down the center. It gets a little bigger as you go down. That reflecting light's from the sun. As it shines over the ocean reflects that light. So it looks shimmery right down there. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys do in class. I'll be working on mine as you guys are doing yours. Remember, I'm looking to see at least one color gradient. And I'm really watching to see who's being safe with the rulers. They're not using the rulers to hit anyone or hit stuff or throw them. I'm looking for people being respectful with the rulers. They're using them as intended, as a straight line, rotating it or pivoting it so you have that line that's shining out. And I'm looking for you to be responsible with the rulers, that you're not playing with them, you're being safe, and that you're using them. It's your responsibility to really utilize the ruler. So if you're going to do a city, I want to be sure you have got a bunch of straight lines and you're using a ruler to make those straight lines. Well, I can't wait to see what we create in the art room. Be sure to be safe with your rulers. I know I've said that a whole bunch. I want you to be safe with these. Don't use them to hit yourself or others or things like that. I'll have to take it away. I don't want to have to take that away. But safety first, right? Till next time, class. Keep being creative.